Yeah, that
talk
would
to
have
her
been a bit
first.
quick, didn't it?
Let's go talk to her. See what she's selling. Maybe some rings that I want.
Please be Nito in the next boss room.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna go right into a boss fight. That's right.
Ba, 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 if you had to fight a boss, like in real life, like one of your past bosses, who would it be?
I think I've really only worked for one person who was like physically just
Imposing.
a wimp, you know. No,
Oh,
no,
like
the
only
opposite.
the opposite?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So her definitely. My boss from when I was a janitor, definitely. She was like 50. Everyone else, my warehouse boss, he was jacked. He beat the shit out of me. My boss right now, she's a little feisty. She might get me. I don't know how. My driving boss, he probably had dad strength, I think.
Dad strength is the strangest concept because it's like, are you a man who is 45 and has never been buff in your life? Everyone thinks you're kind of stronger than you are.
What the fuck?
Huh.
What?
Restart the game?
I just quit and reloaded.
Again?
No. I'm already running away.
I don't know.
All right.
I would have fight the lady who was my boss when I was working for the Big Brother, Big Sister.
Hmm.
She was like 5'2" and very skinny.
There you go.
And as far as I know, she had no martial arts records. There were some skinny people when I was in martial arts who were like short, but they could kick people's ass. And so it's just like, yeah, don't underestimate people. But on the other hand, if it's a person that has no history in beating people up, probably fine.
I just love this cutscene.
Well, I guess at least we're going to get a different merchant after we get out of here.
Yeah, we'll get the mushroom lady at least, and then I don't know. Maybe Dusk will show up somewhere at some point.
Maybe we have to rescue Dusk. I don't know why that would be the case. But
I just did.
Maybe. No. Like,
oh, sorry. I just remembered. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to rescue Onion Knight's daughter from inside of that crystal. That's the rest of his quest.
that is also true.
I just remember that.
The crystal that doesn't exist.
Yeah. Sanctuary Guardian. Oh.
So it begs the question of, if that was like a man, just a normal sized man, and you killed him, would she still appear? That's really ominous, to be honest. Like, like this is quite ominous for some reason. The slugfest begins.
Why? Fuck. Why did none of those parries actually go through? Or the reverse, rather. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was a strange one.
They were perfect. I mean, apparently not, but I don't think I have
right up on his stick.
I don't have any parrying shields or anything like that. Unless maybe... No, that's a normal one.
Do you not have buckler?
I got no bucklers now.
Well, parry with a knife.
No. There's the shottle. Yeah.
You do have a shoulder. There you go.
That has extra iframes. How dumb. But I love it. Any rings that will help me here? Yeah, fire defense, why not? And then
He literally is on fire.
We're not going to be rolling anyways, so.
Completely embrace Iron Flesh.
You know what? Every other boss has been Ornstein so far. This time, I'm the boss.
This time, I'm Ornstein. You're Ornstein, he's Ornstein, we're all Ornstein.
Oh, you know what I do? Lingering Dragon Crest Ring. Oh, fuck. So that the Iron Flesh lasts longer. I love putting on the Dusk Ring by accident and losing half my health.
Oh, you're approaching me?
Thank you.
Yeah, so you just gotta get right up in that dick. I feel like you got more damage out of swings.
I was just thinking that too, but they're unsafe.
You gotta two-hand stab him in the dick.
That's what I was trying to do earlier. It wasn't working. I can't roll! Well, there's a problem with this. Partial parry. No parry at all.
Chug, 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 chug.
You can't chug against this man. He's so hard to chug against.
Just do no armor so that you have rolling ability and just try to, you know, parry him.
I will simply...
Everything can be solved by being naked in Dark Souls.
Yeah, but I like being Ornstein.
What does it matter to be Ornstein if you don't have his glorious hair?
He's got a little thing on the back of his helmet. Oh, it doesn't. They added that in the later games. Oh.
Yeah, and I choose to believe that's his real hair.
Maybe we'll go naked.
I am tired, boy. Because of Vroom Vroom.
What is he attacking right now? What are you doing over there? Oh, here it comes.
You.
Get him out onto the flat ground out here. Much better.
That's probably a better place to fight him, yeah. I love how it's like the ultimate boss of the game and he's just defeated by the pyramid.
I know, the fact that they made it so you can parry him is so good. He still hurts a lot, though.
Oh yeah, but that
doesn't change anything. There he goes again. Just attacking.
He's attacking where you were. That was a good one.
Oh yeah, the two-hand unit is significantly more damage.
It's always a significant amount more.
Oh!
That iframe.
Okay.
You're
okay.
alive. Well, the answer to that is not anymore.
Yeah, the iframes when I was getting up.
Yeah, it was very good.
There was another time there I couldn't get the riposte.
Iframes for getting up do not exist in Code Vein.
Oh no.
Like, you consistently get knocked down, and then an enemy does an AoE spell underneath you that just kills you. Arguably one of the most annoying things that I have as a complaint about that game. is just anytime it does something that's like Dark Souls, and then you go, but Dark Souls did it better. It's like this. It's a good game, but the fact that a better game exists makes it weaker.
Yeah, I get that.
Wow,
that's how I. Yeah, that was a bad one. That's how I felt with Oh fuck. Huh?
That's how you felt with D&D.
It is how I felt with D&D, which is a weird opinion to have on D&D, but true. No, I'm thinking of Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Other samurai Dark Souls game. Misty's playing it right now. There's a second one.
Neo.
That's it, Neo. I kept on just saying Noir. I was like, that's not right.
Here's the thing for Neo. It plays differently enough from Dark Souls that I don't compare them anymore. Mostly because Dark Souls becomes Fashion Souls, where you get good enough at the game that your armor doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Neo is a game where you can get good enough at the game that armor doesn't matter. But that's not like an innate thing about the game. Like Dark Souls, I feel, is built from the ground up to be like, yeah, you can just do it. Whereas Neo is definitely like, you have hit an area you are not supposed to be in. Why don't you ever upgrade your armor? What are those stats? Look at the items you're getting. Like, it's a game built for farming, because a lot of the time you will get 4 sets of the same armor that all have different stats.
That sounds awful, gotta say.
Well, the ideal way to play is that you're supposed to get those things, break them down into a base material, craft your own. I don't do that. It's fine. It's so very different from Souls at the end of the day. It just has the general mechanic.
Why do they make it so the partial parry takes all of your stamina? It doesn't make any sense.
That was brutal.
Why do that? They do it in all of the Dark Souls games where you get a partial parry and it just takes all of your stamina away. It's like, oh, you slightly messed up. Time to punish you like extremely hard.
I don't get it. It is quite odd.
I like how I never fail parrying that attack though.
I
don't know why that one's so easy.
Parry attacks, yeah.
Oh, look, a partial parry. Oh, no, why? This game hates me.
It's actually really strange how easy he is to parry comparative to, like, other things in the game.
Yeah, but if you fuck it up, you die.
Yeah. Like, that's not wrong.
God, I remember the first time fighting this guy, not knowing you could parry him, and just running around the boss arena going like, go away, go away, go away, go away, trying to heal.
My first experience with Gwyn wasn't that bad, but it was because
fucking hell.
I was caster boy.
And
because I'm a caster boy in like everything, at least for my first run through, I always have to go caster, right? Even if it's suboptimal, like Dark Souls 2, where being a caster is kind of garbage for a lot of the game until you get the good spells. I always do caster run the first way through. And with Gwyn, because you can make such a good caster in Dark Souls 1. You just stand away from him and just and then when he gets down low enough, you just start going in to attack him. To be honest, if you just have like a buffed up magic weapon, you're fine if you can just parry well too.
Just parry him and then dark beat him.
That's what you do once the DLC comes in. Yeah. Gotta keep in mind that played this game before the DLC came out too.
True.
Hated that.
That third attack you cannot parry. If you miss the first two, the third one, like the timing on it is off. You're staggered.
Unblockable.
You can roll out of it, I think, but it's actually impossible to parry it. Because I was spamming it, and the parry never came out at all in time.
God, I'm still mad that Code Vein has a parry mechanic that just sucks shit. It completely disincentivizes the idea to use the parry.
Oh. Oh.
Well,
Hey, want to get 2 partial parries in a row and then just die?
Cool, sounds good.
Cool, sounds good. Exactly.
I can't remember the name of him, but are you aware of the comic book artist that used to just use porn as all of his references?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna try and find him because it's a funny story. But basically, like, there's a ton of scenes where it's characters that he's supposed to have drawn for whatever reason, that are like supposed to be horrified or in like pain or agony or etc. But they're all just drawn with like porn stars' faces as references.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and like people change dramatically between panels as a result of this, where you'll see characters like, you know, Sue Storm have just like straight hair in one panel and then curly hair in the next. It's like, guy.
That's really funny.
Yeah, like how did you get hired? And the opposite of this happened recently, where a person that I knew existed on like DeviantArt and stuff 10 years ago is now working producing comics for DC, and they used to just draw like erotic pictures of Wonder Woman. So I like the idea that a actual porn artist got hired and is doing better art than a guy who was using porn to do the art.
I'm mad at that one. That one was won very well.
Just got a buff magic shield.
Magic shield. I was considering putting some kind of magic on the shoulder just for as a joke. Since I have the casting thing in my right hand anyways.
Oh my god, I've never thought about that. Do you think that magic weapon treats parry frames as like extra?
No. No?
I love the doubt in your voice for a second. Like, no. No.
Hit me. Ow. Ow. I can't. I was mashing all the buttons. You can't get out of that third attack. If you fail the first 2, you're just dead. Okay, I think if I fail the first parry, I should just roll away. That seems to be like mostly how I'm dying, is that 3-hit combo. I haven't had to think about a wind fight in a long time.
Oh man, you know what I just remembered? Spell parries, I think, in later games.
That's true. I mean, it's kind of a thing in this one. You get the dependent.
Yeah.
Spell parrying is fun too. It's just really hard to land.
I remember that we used to goof around with that a lot.
Yeah, we used to try and bounce them. Remember when we got Charlie and we bounced them like 3 times?
That was really like shot one and then bounced it and then bounced it off the next and then bounced it off the other. Tried to see how long we could keep it going.
I haven't seen that attack before.
Ooh. His attacks are like destroying the parry.
They are.
Oh, like not every time though, just specifically like right there when you were in that spot for some reason, the bit rate got like really crushed.
Oh no.
Which is like whatever, who cares? But it's very funny.
A lot of fire particles. Okay.
Apparently.
Fuck. What? I was rolling, sir. You can't roll through that though. You have to roll away from it. That's why.
I like the realization after the fact.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna give you this lesson as to why that didn't work after I didn't do it.
Whoa! Ouch!
Do you ever go and watch like this is a really weird niche question on top of all the other weird ones that we usually have. Do you ever go and watch like old terrible reality television?
Oh, of course not. What are you talking? What kind of question is that?
I find it very fascinating to just go to channels that like archive that.
Mm.
Like, you know how Gordon Ramsay is like really popular on YouTube because like all the Hell's Kitchens and stuff like that's are on there. Yeah, so I do that, but with like other shows. And there was one that is like Super Nanny or something like that.
I've heard of that. I watched it when I was a kid.
Okay, and so I went, I went and pulled up one of the videos, and it was clearly from like 2007 because of the style of the hair that the girl had and like the outfit and everything, right? Like you could tell that she was like really into like the emo subculture at the time. And like the dad was like screaming at her about not dyeing her hair, and every time he would like
not dyeing her hair,
like he was telling her, "Don't do it. I don't want you to do that." Yeah, and like anytime that she would like dye her hair weird, he would get furious at her and scream at her more. And so at one point, he just like looks at his wife and starts screaming at his wife about it. And he's like, I know that whenever I'm not home, she's just sitting there aggravating you about it. So why don't you just tell me about it? Why don't you agree with me whenever I
thought you were going to say whenever I'm not home. She's just dyeing her hair over and over. I know it. Oh God, what an attack.
But like he was sitting there like accusing his wife of like not aiding him in this argument, but then saying that his daughter was being like terrible towards his wife, and his wife just kept shrugging it off. It's like clearly his wife didn't care about whether or not the girl dyed her hair, but this man just was so against it. I don't know why. It's very entertaining.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it did turn into a 2-hour nap. But I don't know. I find it very humorous to go back and watch like old reality shows, just like an episode, and go, what? I can't imagine a person getting that furious about their daughter dyeing their hair.
I can.
My dad used to get really pissed off when the boy dyed my hair.
But did he
That's
like
the one I
scream at your
buried.
mother about it?
Did he what?
Like scream at your mother about it?
My dad never really screamed. He did like tell my mom like she's a girl, she shouldn't have really short hair and she shouldn't be dyed her hair pink.
You are extremely quiet right now.
Is that better?
She sounded like fine on my end.
Really? Maybe in a louder boss arena than normal.
Bosser arena.
Bosser arena.
It's all your fault, Nick.
It is. I know.
It's okay.
People get really fucking weird about their daughters.
True. Nothing else to really.
There's nothing else to really add on that one,
That's right.
unfortunately. It's just an actual statement. I don't know, I just like, as long as my kid wasn't going and putting themselves in a situation where it could be like a real problem for them, I just don't really care. Like if my kid was like, hey, I'm gonna go shoot up meth, it's like, let's not do that.
Well, it depends. Like if my kid's like 20,
that too, but you know.
And I'm like, no, and they're like, no, mom, I'm gonna go shoot up meth. It's like, you know what? You're an adult. You can go fuck with your life. I don't care.
If my kid was like 18, I'd go, that's your problem. But if they're like, you know, 16, it's like, I still gotta legally look after you. It's a legal obligation, not like a moral or like emotional care. It's just like if
let's be honest, you only emotionally care about a couple of things.
Yeah, no, it's just like if it was my kid and they're like, I want to do crazy drugs, it's like, all right, cool, you can do those after you leave the house because I do not want to be legally accountable for this.
Welcome to my sister's life right now with my niece. Like,
yeah. Yo,
it's gotten past that even now where she's just like, just do it elsewhere. Just go smoke and get in trouble elsewhere.
When it comes
I
to
caught a football fish. Some countries call it a soccer fish.
God.
It is also an angler fish, straight up.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I saw one of those.
The only
Thank you.
The only thing I'd be like, you know what, if you want to try it, you need to try it at home, would be like alcohol, if they weren't 21. Because my
Really?
parents were like, you know what, we would rather figure out you like alcohol and drink it in the house than go out and party.
We would
Because
rather
like
figure out
alcohol.
that you like alcohol.
no, because then my parents were
Can I
very
just
concerned
shoot on the same thing?
because the first thing I tried was whiskey, and I'm like, fuck, this is good. My dad's like, oh no.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I also want to play Animal Crossing, but I also need to draw